Hey, 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 it is Sissi Thompson, and we are backstage. On today's show, we have got information about WKT's Eliminator Challenge. Also, KWC's own Canada directors, Sharon Quinn and Marc Peters. We're sipping a little tea with our own Miriam Kim and Parnell Lester, and our big interview with Coreen Beckman. So make sure you pull up a chair, grab a beverage. Let's go backstage. Hey, y'all. Here we are, another episode of Backstage with Sissi Thompson. Woo! So anyway, what y'all been doing this week? Well, I'm going to tell you what I did this week. I don't know if any of you guys remember me telling a story not too terribly long ago about my time on stage at Little Rocks. Whitney was there. WKT's own Whitney was there. Brian Scott was there. And it was the finals. And I was ready to go on stage. And a catastrophe happened. I mean, a complete act of God. I mean, the things that movies are made of. My Spanx busted right before I went on stage. Y'all, I'm not lying. My beautiful black evening gown turned into a busted can of biscuits. Yes, it certainly did. So let me tell you what yours truly has been doing this week, which might give you a little bit of reason and understanding why I'm a little bit short-tempered. I've been buying new Spanx, y'all, and it has not been fun. I'm seeing a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel, and this is just my way of saying that a live stage is coming soon, because in virtual world, y'all, sometimes I'm wearing pajamas. Sometimes I'm wearing underwear. I'm never wearing Spanx. But this week, I got some new Spanx. And let me tell y'all, it is not good. It is not good at all. Corona May has put a few pounds on. So beginning tomorrow, I am getting back into beast mode. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I am getting rid of soda. I am back on the weight loss train for sure. Absolutely. And coffee, caramel macchiato, it doesn't count. It's my business. You shut your mouth. Let's get on with the news. Well, here we are at the top of the news here on Backstage. WKT competition season is in full swing, starting off with the Eliminator Tournament. So make sure you check that out. We've got everybody signing up to challenge our own champion, Miss Miriam Kim, for her belt. But right here, I would like to introduce you to some pretty special people. They have come to join us from that great land of Canada. Here is KWC's own Canada directors, Marc and Sharon. How are you guys doing?
Hi, Sissi. Thanks for having us. We're doing great. How are you?
Oh, doing great. It's so good to see your face. I just feel like this crazy pandemic is just driving me crazy. So it's good to see familiar faces and check in on you guys. How are you doing?
Great to see you too. Well, we're in the same boat.
It's good to see any faces.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah, we're just kind of holed up here, but it's been really nice to be able to see people virtually. So we do appreciate that, and thank you again for having us.
Absolutely. Well, I'm really excited to talk to you guys today because I would like for you to just give everybody a little bit of information about what's coming down the pike for KWC as far as the Canadian contestants. I know that there's still some changes, some things that are still on hold for this season. So I wanted to come right to you guys so we don't hear bits and pieces. We know exactly what the competitors need to do and what to expect from this year's competition season in Canada, KWC World. Fill us in.
No, we appreciate that. Thank you. So we're doing everything right now virtually. Competition season has started. People can still register on our website, www.kwccanada.com. The first round is due in 2 videos each by April 30th. That's round 1. And we are going all the way through until our nationals will be Labor Day weekend. So pretty long. We've extended the season a little bit. in hopes that we might be able to get some in-person competition done in certain provinces along the way, depending on COVID status, of course. So we'll see how that all goes. But in the meantime, we have added in 6 virtual workshops. There's sort of one a week. We just had our first one yesterday, actually, and those are free for all registered singers for KWC Canada.
And we heard from the participants of yesterday's that it was actually very very informative. So we have a vocal professional coming on and giving tips and you know, singing hacks, if you will. So yeah, it was well received every year. He's very good.
Yeah, it's mostly vocal technique and performance tips, and yeah, we're really excited about it. And it's a great way for us to see everyone as a group and be able to. We allow a Q&A session, so we're able to kind of chat with people, and a lot of old familiar faces and some new ones too. So it's a lot of fun.
Well, you know, and I think it's kind of funny, and I hear this time and time again from, especially on the inside, the production side, from all of us directors and coaches and stuff. The virtual stage certainly has taken away an element of, you know, the live audience, the performance feel, but it's definitely given the production side of it, all of us, time to get to know the competitors maybe a little bit more, and actually throw in a lot more education. I definitely have seen that with last year's virtual stage and going into this, the competitors are definitely getting a lot more inside information as far as technique, coaching and stuff like that, that if we were live, you know how it is. We're all running around like chickens with our head cuts off, trying to get everything perfect, that we don't have that time. And so I think that's one of the perks of the virtual world, at least for the last 12 months, that we've been able to have a little bit more time, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. And I think one thing, sorry, I know you're
Oh, no,
I cut him off. I think one of the things too is that we all saw from going through last year is that we will continue to incorporate, now that we've had that experience, we'll take the value from that and incorporate that into future seasons. So there'll be virtual aspects, I think, to all seasons going forward. And that's one positive I think we can all take from what we've been through this past year. That sounds like you're in the same boat, but we definitely saw some real benefits to, as you said.
Absolutely. There is a certain amount of personability to it. And let's be honest, convenience. And I think that that's something that we didn't have in years past that definitely will make, especially our jobs, a little bit easier. And I think it will enable us to have a bigger reach. Not just, you know, nationally, but globally as well. I'm excited to see the both of you working together. You know, with My Honey, we love seeing couples that team up together and do a great job. And you guys are just doing such a fantastic job. And I also want to say in closing, thank you so much for thank you so much. Well, it's the same here, Mark, same here. Thank you so much for always your love and support to me and Michael. It means so much. And for all of the way that you guys roll out the red carpet when my Jeffrey comes up there. I'm telling you, every time he comes to Canada, he comes back and he's just filling me in on the good time that he has up there. And he says, you know what? He said, Sharon and the team, they do it right for sure. So we are so proud of you guys, and I'm just so honored that you guys stopped by today. Will you do me a favor? You promise to come back and let's do a big interview soon so everybody can get to know the two of you a little bit more?
We'd love to, and we miss Jeffrey.
Yeah.
Oh, he does. I'm telling you, every time we get together, we talk about the crazy gang in Canada. He's like, Sissi, I can't wait till you can come up there and we can all have a good time. I said, hopefully once all this kind of returns back to normal, hopefully that'll happen soon. So we're keeping our fingers crossed and our prayers, because we definitely want to come see you guys. We love you all so much and so proud of the great work that you guys do up there in the icy tundra of Canada.
Well, it's not all easy all the time, and one of these days, one of these nationals, when we're in Calgary doing when Jeffrey comes, you got to come out.
Oh, would love it. Listen, enjoyed spending some time with you guys today. I'm going to hold you to that big interview. If you guys need anything, just yell and I'll do the same. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you, Sissi.
Thanks, Sissi.
Hi, my name is Alan McDonald, Director of Talent Quest International Karaoke Contest, and we're here backstage with the amazing Sissi Thompson.
Hey, 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 and welcome to one of my favorite sections of the show, Tea Time. And today have I got two of my favorite people joining us to spill a little bit of tea about this competition season that is already underway. I have WKT's own world champion, Miss Miriam Kim, and coming up here on the other side of me, one of our favorite singers from our competitions in the past, coming out of retirement, Mr. Parnell himself. How are you doing, guys?
I'm great. Hello, hello.
You know what? What does a girl have to do to spend some time with two of her favorite people? So I have to do this talk show to get you to my left, you to my right. It's just like a family reunion. I remember when I met Parnell back in 2015. I'll never forget when you took the stage, my friend, in Little Rock, and you literally blew me away. And of course, that was the same day that I met our Miriam. And again, same thing. You guys are definitely two powerhouse vocalists, and you are karaoke royalty, both of you. And I'm just so thrilled that you're here with me today. Miriam, fill us in on what's been going on over the last couple of weeks. I understand that there is a challenge up for your belt, my friend.
Oh, that's what I've heard too. Well, I've been prepping actually since I won the belt, and I've been prepping because I knew that eventually I would get challenged. So I have been working on some new material and keeping my vocal chops up and figuring out how to make the songs my own. So I'm very, very excited that the Eliminator tournament is happening because I get to watch these amazing singers come out and battle it out just for the chance to compete against little old me. Like, I'm going, I love this. I love this. And the fact that just me being me and that opportunity being presented has brought some amazing individuals out of retirement, like my fellow tea time buddy over here, Parnell. I'm super stoked. I really am. And I wish everybody the best of luck. I will be watching and cheering you guys on because I want to see your talent. Hey, bring it.
Absolutely. And you know what? What better advertisement for your Go for the Gold Vocal Academy than showing everybody how it's done? And you certainly do that every time you step behind a microphone. And I completely get where you're coming from. If you're going to have somebody come for you, you want to compete against the best of the best. And you and I both know Parnell, he's some of the best. So let me ask you something, P. What is on the agenda for you? What have you been doing to get prepped for this event?
Oh, well, I've actually had to go through some crazy training. My in 2018, I had a little surgery on my vocal cords. So
I remember.
So yeah, and I also competed that same year, which I probably shouldn't have, but I did push through, still placed high, did okay. And I just decided to just go ahead and rest and retrain. And that's what I've been doing over the last year and a half. So I found out a lot of new things about my voice, overtones, undertones, slight whistle here and there, but it's going to be a very exciting season. So I'm excited.
Well, and you definitely, coming out of retirement, I'm going to tell you, my friend, you didn't step into the shallow end. You have stepped into the big pool right out of the gate, man, going against our sister, Miriam Kim. And you know what she brings to the table. Lord have mercy.
So yeah. I've trained for it. So Miriam, I'm so ready and I'm so excited to be able to go up against you again. I mean, oh man, just thinking about it, oh man, getting kind of choked up a little bit.
You know, and and that's something that I think one of the main reasons why I love having the idea of having both of you on here, because I definitely want to reiterate to people, there's a lot of new people in the circuits now. And I think a lot of that had to do with the pandemic. A lot of people went back to their basements, created little stages. I mean, they were online singing. So now we've got a lot of new players in the game of karaoke competing. And I think what's amazing is you definitely are setting an example how you can still have a great head for competing, you know, and have all of the mindset that you're going to win, but still love on one another. And Miriam, we've seen that so much from you already this season. You know, you represent so many different facets of yourself, your business, the brands, but yet you still have a heart for the competitors. And Parnell, just having you back on the scene, it's like I said before we got started today, it's like having an old family reunion. And I'm just so thrilled to see both of you kids go at it, have a little bit of competition, and then after it's all over with, whoever wins, still loving everybody. I have one more question for both of you. Miriam.
Yes.
If, and this is a big if somebody, let's say, wins the belt, are you going to vamp up and then re-challenge? If somebody wins and gets your belt.
You know,
never say never, right?
we shall see. We shall see. You know, the future holds many mysteries, and that is one I will keep to myself. But if the belt is taken from me, I will be very, very impressed, and I will be very happy for the winner, whoever that person will be, because I would know what type of effort they put in to beat me out. I am no stranger to competitions. I teach people how to compete properly. So, and put their best foot forward. So, you know, it could be Parnell, it could be somebody else, I don't know. But if that person comes in and puts their best foot forward, like I said, I am one of those people where if I, in my mere existence, brings out the best in somebody, that's a win for me already. So
that's exactly what I knew you would say, what you just said. And that's what I was trying to get from you. That right there is class personified, in my opinion. And that's what I wanted to get from you. And that's why, if any of you guys, listen, I'm a vocal coach and I offer vocal coaching, but I recommend Miriam because she is the type of person, here she is basically saying, if somebody does take this belt from me, then they have definitely put the work ahead. And what she's basically saying, folks, is she knows her work ethic. So if you want to take it, you better work. So now I turn to Parnell. Let me ask you, Parnell, if by chance, let's say you don't get this belt this time and you don't win, what's next on the list for Parnell? Are you still staying out of retirement and you're going to the next competition? Or are you going to be one and done?
I'm definitely going to every competition I possibly can now that I've, I had to take time off, you know, it wasn't time I wanted to take off, but I had to take that time off for myself, and that time is gone and done. So yeah, I mean,
so I just heard a lot of competitors say, dang it, Parnell's back in the game. He's not one and done, he's back in the game. And you know what? You're exactly right. You know, I remember when you were going through that, and it was a health scare. I mean, you reached out to all of us that you were close to, and man, we prayed for you, and you came through it. And I remember being scared that I was thinking, my gosh, this could end his singing. and you definitely had to take some time for yourself, which is very smart. And I'm excited to hear you. I'm excited to see you. I'm excited to see both of you compete, because I know beyond a shadow of a doubt what Miriam's bringing. I know you're bringing. Everybody else in this eliminator tournament, honey, you better be watching right now, because these are two of the ones that you have to live up to, because they have fantastic ethics and work ethics when it comes to competing. So I'm
Sissi,
very
can
excited.
I say something?
Yes.
Y'all don't know Parnell, okay? He is a beast of a singer. And I have always been a huge, huge fan of Parnell's voice. And so I'm thoroughly excited to see. I'm glad that you rested too, because I was concerned when you competed after that surgery. I was like, wait, hold up. No, you're not 100. You're not 100% yet.
Yep.
Ooh, this might cause more damage, during a healing process. And I was very concerned for you. So I'm very glad that you stepped out and decided to take that time to truly heal 100. Because I know what you can bring when you're 100. Okay, so,
That's right.
I'm super stoked.
What we're trying to say, Parnell, is welcome back. And we love you. And we are so thrilled to have you back on board. Miriam, as always, I love you. You know that. I can't say it anymore. And I'm just so proud of all that you've done ever since I've known you, but especially in the last 12 months. You definitely have set some goals for yourself. And man, you are checking them off of your list. And anything I can ever do to help you, you reach out to me. Parnell, thanks for coming on board and sharing a little bit of tea with me today. Miriam, you as well. I'm going to tell you what, everybody's got their work cut out for them. If you're in the eliminator tournament, here you go. Get ready. All right. I love you guys so much. Thanks for sipping some tea. I'll see you guys soon.
All right.
Well, hey, y'all, it is Sissi Thompson here, your host of Backstage. And I tell you, I am really excited to drop a little tidbit of information to you. We are going to be adding a new segment to the show, and it is going to be our venue spotlight of the week. You know, with everything that we've been throughout the whole world, and everything's been shut down, as karaoke people, we're getting excited that everybody's getting their vaccines and everything is starting to slowly open again. And we would love to hear from you in regards to your favorite venues in your hometown. So make sure that you reach out to us here at worldkaraoketour.com/backstage and send us the information about your favorite karaoke venue in town. Make sure to include the venue name and the contact information so we can get back with you and we can get it highlighted right here on the first talk show about what? Karaoke. WKT's on Backstage with Sissi Thompson. I'm so excited for our guest on the big interview today. I met this fantastic lady several years ago when we were in national competition in Las Vegas at South Point. And to say that she definitely impacted me along with the rest of the audience is just an understatement. Ladies and gentlemen, will you please welcome class personified, Miss Coreen Beckman. Coreen, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. Thank you. Thank you for such a lovely introduction.
It's all true. And listen, you know me, I could have kept on talking and definitely coming up with all adjectives for you. You definitely are just such an amazing performer to watch on stage. But I believe that mine and your relationship has become more cultivated thanks to social media. And one thing that has always impressed me about you is your candor, your heart, and you just always have a kind word for everybody. So from me to you, thank you so much for agreeing to be here with me today. It's truly an honor. You know, I wanted to talk to you a little bit, and I know that you have mentioned some of this before in different things that I've seen you post on Facebook, but I wanted to give everybody a little bit of history. You know, when you come into the world of competition, everybody just totally puts you in that lane as a karaoke person, but that's not so much the case with you. Tell us a little bit about Coreen's history in music.
Well, I actually never did live karaoke until 4 years ago. And because I hadn't sung for like 25 years, and found an app called Whirly and started singing on there, became an ambassador for them, and then switched to Smule. And I Josh Barron saw me in Singtopia, which is a big group for Smuleites, and said you should audition. And so 2 days later, I found myself doing my very first live karaoke at a place downtown in Seattle. So that, I had never done it before. I had done theater. My very first performance was, I was 3 years old, and I did a little song on Romper Room about growing up. So, and then,
Wait a minute, you were on Romper Room?
Yeah.
Okay, now listen, I'm dating myself here. I remember
So am I.
standing in front of that TV, waiting for her to look through her magic mirror and say my name, and she never said my name. And you were on that show. That is
Yes.
Amazing.
Well, I don't remember the song that I sang or how it all happened, but I remember I was singing with another little boy, and I didn't like the pancake makeup and I kept scratching my face. She said, "Honey, stop touching your face."
Oh my God.
But it itches.
That is adorable. Oh my gosh, I wish we had video footage. I would so roll it.
I do too.
So from Romper Room to where?
Well, I did a show in junior high, and then I went to a high school that didn't have a drama program.
Oh,
and yeah, so I did some pageants, and won that. And then I went. One day I was in high school, and Friday and Monday I went to university and got cast in a show, Butterflies Are Free. This really does date me. So, and then from there I went to summer stock theater that summer and did summer stock, played Miriam in The Music Man. And then I've just done theater off and on. When I lived in Portland, Oregon, one of the funnest things I did was Kiss Me Kate, and it was it's a Cole Porter show, right. And we had a full piece orchestra and 11,000 people every night. And when I sang "I Hate Men" and slammed the tankard down on the table, the orchestra actually had to stop because all the women in the audience started hooting and hollering. I don't know if you know that song, but it's a funny song.
Yes.
So,
oh
so
my
anyway,
gosh.
And then I had a family, and I have 5 children and 20 grandchildren, and hadn't sung or performed in a very long time. And so then I found the karaoke apps, and I started singing. I was shocked that people liked my voice, because honestly, I thought I was done. I did. And so then I just, I still am surprised when people like what I do, because I think I'm a perfectionist, and I always find something wrong with everything.
Well, Coreen, I'm going to tell you, and this is purely me as not as a state director, not as a vocal coach, anything, as a fan of yours. Oh. I have found myself before actually going to your Smule channel, just listening to some of your stuff. And I'm going to tell you something, what impresses me every time I listen to you, and it is truly the mark of an artist, is that what I love is you take songs that most of us know, those of us that love musical theater. I mean, you take some of the classics, but there is always your spin on it. And you take it and you make it your own, whether it's through your delivery. certainly the way you do your videos. I mean, just the ambiance with the lighting and everything is just always amazing. But I love the way that
Thank
you
you,
are
Sissy.
so personable and intimate, if you will, with the virtual stage. And so when the pandemic happened, you were one of the people that came to my mind that said, you know what, she's already got a handle on this. And you remember I've reached out to you several times for advice, if you will. I mean, because you definitely have created an amazing reputation for yourself when it comes to the virtual stage. You are very well known in the Smule community. Tell everybody a little bit about jazzology and the groups and the interworkings of Smule, how you can really become involved.
Well, that's the thing about Smule and these karaoke apps, I think is the real gift of them, besides being able to go and work on your craft. For those of us who want to perform, and one of the things that it's given me and that I appreciate is that I'm able to go and do now a whole show in places like assisted living places. And that is one of the most wonderful things that I get to do. I love to go and perform there. So it's allowed me to learn new songs and to perfect them. But there are groups that you can join. I think I've been with Jazzology since the very beginning and the inception that Dave Olson and Daniel Hutchins originally started. And of course, they do their own arrangements and hire musicians. And then we all get to go in and take advantage of singing as if we were singing with a live jazz combo.
Right.
In fact, I have one open on Smule right now that is done by them, Lullaby of Birdland, which is a fun one. But yeah, I think that what you really get from Smule is the friendships. I've met so many people now from all over the world, and some people I've actually met live, and they're friendships that really are dear to me and important to me. So that's what I would say is be open, be friendly. I try to listen to everyone who joins me. I'm not always successful if it's a long song and I have a lot of joins. That gets really hard, but I try to, because I just have this sense that, out of all of the people that they could join, they've joined me. They've taken 5
Absolutely.
minutes or maybe more, because I don't sing something exactly the way they would sing it. So they have to do it again and again with me.
Well,
I've been told that.
and I think that is, again, it is due again to your personability, the friendliness that you convey, not only in person but especially through video. And I know as a Smule user myself, I'm always thrilled when I see one of your invites come through. And I will tell
Why
you,
don't you join me?
I'm going to. You know what? I am going to. I am definitely going to do that. I don't know if I can keep up with you. You're so amazing, but I'm definitely, you know what? I'm going to do that. You know what? One of my favorite ones, of course, is the Tony Bennett one that you did. Tell us a little bit about that.
Oh, with Tony?
Yes.
Yeah, my good friend Tony.
Yes.
No, Smule will open OCs, they're called open calls with celebrities. And the day that I saw Tony Bennett come up, I could not get my hair done and my face on fast enough, because I just think he's I admire him, and 90 and he's still singing. he slowed down this last year because he's got Alzheimer's. But
Yes.
I went in and I sang with him, and then Smule decided to share it on their Facebook page, and it went viral.
It was
And
amazing.
oh, it
I've watched
was.
it dozens of times.
I could not believe it. I just couldn't believe it. So that's my one claim to fame.
Well, you claim it, honey, because it was fantastic. You know, I want to touch on something real quick. You know, you said, you know, that one of the benefits of Smule is the relationships. You know, and I know that you've heard me talk about that even in the competition world that we all travel in. It is so true. You know, there can only be a handful of winners, but if you miss the relationships, if you miss the connections, then you've truly missed the richness of these type of events. And I think that if this world could see that music truly is a balm for so many things, this world would be even a better place. And your involvement in Smule certainly has proved that. Even before the pandemic, you were so involved, and now post pandemic, here you are. You yourself came down with COVID. You battled through it, and you're now on the other side of it. We're starting to see a little bit of light at the end of this dark tunnel. Tell us a little bit about what you're involved in right now. I understand that you're doing a fundraiser, and there's some stuff really coming down the pipe, Miss Coreen, that we need to know about.
Well, one of my friends that I met on Smule came in to, and we've connected on Facebook, and he came in on Messenger, and he said, "Hey, there's this fundraiser, and I think that you should audition." And so I went in, I looked at it, and I decided that that was something I wanted to do. It's actually called So You Think You Can Sing, and it's going to be a live fundraiser with an organization called Mana Fund. And what they do is they help people that can't afford to get therapy or professional help for eating disorders.
Oh,
and I have several family members that have struggled with eating disorders, and I myself did. So it's something that's really important to me, that because my daughter, I had a beautiful talk with her about a week ago and told her what I was doing. And she said, "You know, Mom, if you hadn't gotten me help, I would not have understood, and I would not have been able to overcome that." And so that makes me, thank goodness, you know, that she was able to get help. And
Absolutely.
so I want to make sure that other people, and they took 8 people out of all of the auditions. I don't know how many people auditioned, but there'll be 8 of us. And the date, I'm gonna read this off so that I don't forget anything and try to give you the information. And yes, I have to wear my glasses.
I've got mine on too.
Yeah, you look great. So it's Sunday, May 16th.
Okay.
At 3 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. So it's going to be later, you know, 6 Eastern Standard Time.
Right.
What they're doing is you can sign up and you pay $1 to vote for the person that you think is the best singer. To me, this isn't about winning this. It's about raising money to help people, and
money and awareness for sure.
Yeah, and yes, because so many people struggle with it, and they don't talk about it. It's you know that
in some cases, yes, and in some cases it's fashionable. You know, and unfortunately so. Please do send us that information, and we'll definitely put that on there. And again, what's the date again for that, Coreen?
Sunday, May 16th. And we'll have a link so that people can go in and watch it and vote if they desire to. $1 is such a little amount. And
Absolutely.
so I hope that they're looking to spread it. It's actually started in Atlanta, but they're looking to spread it out through the country. And so there are actually 2 of us in Seattle, another friend that I met through Smule that I have since met in person, Manu. And so, it becomes a small world, and it also becomes a connected world when we give whatever gifts we've been given. And that's what's important to me, is that we share the gifts that we're given.
Absolutely. And the reach with the virtual stage can be so much greater and quicker. And I'm definitely so thrilled to help you with this. I want to say,
thank you, Sissi.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much for stopping by today. I want you to know, anytime you have anything that you need to share, competitor-wise, Smule-wise, anything, definitely give me a call, and you have a platform here, and we will do our very best to support you. I am so proud of all that you are doing. Folks, if you need any information on this, definitely reach out to us. Also, if you want to watch somebody virtual stage at its best performing, then you need to check out Miss Coreen Beckman, because I'll tell you what, she is class personified, cream of the crop. Coreen, thank you so kindly for being on here.
Thank you, Sissi. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Right. Bye-bye.
And just like that, we begin to close the curtain on another episode of WKT's Backstage. But I tell you what, I couldn't have done it without my amazing guests today. KWC's own Canadian directors, Marc Peters and Sharon Quinn. And I enjoyed sipping some tea with WKT's world champ, Miriam Kim, and coming out of retirement, our buddy Parnell Lester. And of course, ending the show with a big interview, Coreen Beckman. What a beautiful, talented lady she is. And I also want to say all to you, thanks for joining me today. I appreciate it. And keep those ideas coming. Make sure to find us on worldkaraoketour.com/backstage. Send all your ideas anytime you want to come on the show, any news. Filter it there, and make sure that you find us on our YouTube channel and subscribe. I need you to subscribe. You want more of this? Then subscribe so we can do a lot more. I want to say again, thank you to all the guests. Thanks for joining me today. And remember this, all amazing performances happen on stage, but all the crazy stuff happens backstage. See you next week.